just sitting in a tree waiting for deer to show up.
Yeah, exactly. He's fine. Like, he's nothing bad's ever going to happen to him.
That's what I mean. There's never going to be
I think the worst that you got a tick once. You know what I mean? Like, that's the worst.
Yeah, no one... Like,
but if you're hunting bears, like, if you're going after bears, like, you're going after
a predator.
Right. You're going after something formidable.
This is the stupidest thing ever. As they're tracking it, they realize they've been following the tracks in the wrong direction. Oh. The bear came back. There's 10 women, children, and young men in this house. I guess we can start. We can have an actual podcast now. We can do an actual podcasting. That's what we're doing.
This is what the whole thing is.
This is it. This is the dream. This is
you just pound beers.
In my producer's basement. Yeah,
that's it.
In Chris's fucking basement. It's great.
No,
welcome, Millennial Stoner. Mike Ellison's back.
I'm back.
Hey man, what's up?
I don't know if I looked into the camera there. I think
I have to look into the camera.
Yeah, I think I actually looked at the wall.
You think you have to look into the camera when you're doing
or
this?
the television? No.
A lot of people.
I'm going to make eye contact with you. I'm trying to be natural.
That's the thing. Sometimes
people
stare off, and then I'm talking to them, and I'm like, I'm over here.
Right.
You know, so that you don't have to look into the camera. The camera, you have to capture the magic of the conversation happening.
Natural.
So how you doing, bud?
Good, man. Good.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm like, I love the Super Bowl stuff. Yeah. But I was like, I'm wildly unprepared. I was like trying to do like research, and all I've done is watch videos about tiger attacks and bear attacks. It's all I've been doing lately.
That's
the last like 3 days.
Do you remember the guy? There was that guy who.
Dude, I have so many. You want to talk about bear attack stories? I have so many.
The guy who like lived with the bear. He like lived with
Grizzly
the bear.
Man.
Yeah, and then he like got eaten by the bear, and everyone was like, "It's so sad," and it's like,
so yeah, he lived.
It's so predictable, is what it was.
Of course he got.
It's a fucking bear, dude.
What was Grizzly Man?
What are you doing?
No, I think it's
there was a guy.
No, it's Grizzly Man,
something like that. Yeah.
Timothy Treadwell. Who's Timothy Treadwell?
Was he the Grizzly Man?
Timothy Treadwell.
He was like a documentary, right?
Alaskan. Yeah, that's the dude. He looked like a surfer guy.
Yeah, and he like
go down, Chris. Let's see. Can you zoom into this a little bit? My eyes are old. In 2001, Treadwell became sufficiently notable to receive extensive media attention, both on television and environmental circles, and he made frequent appearances as he was an activist. Where's legacy? Wasn't he a bear guy? Death. Nah. There we go. In October 2003.
That's we care about.
Treadwell and his girlfriend.
This guy's happy life.
Yeah. How did he die?
The part where he gets murdered.
Where's the part that says the real scene, fucking from The Revenant? Grizzly Man. Yeah. In October 2003, Treadwell and his girlfriend, physician assistant Amy Hudgenard, born on October 23, 1960. I don't know why I need to read that. Visited They went to Katmai National Park, which is an Alaskan peninsula across I'm butchering all these words. Shelikof Strait from Kodiak Island, which probably means Kodiak Bear, I would assume. In Grizzly Man, Werner Herzog states that according to Treadwell's diaries, Hudgenard feared bears and felt very uncomfortable in their presence. Her final journal entries indicate there's so many. That's the thing. If you do enough research on this, there's so many signs that it's like you need to stop hanging out with these bears.
Yeah, stop.
There was actually a lot
of bears, dude.
Well, they're fucking bears. Like, all right, so you're like me. You smoke a lot of weed.
Sure.
I have gone down the rabbit hole of just like what makes a bear a bear. All right.
Yeah.
And I know this is going to be like so Joe Rogan-y right now, but bears are fucking crazy, fascinating animals,
dude. They are fucking, and like they're scary, man.
Yeah, no, it's a giant monster with fur.
Everyone always be like, "What's one of your biggest fears?" I was like, "Bears."
Yeah, mauled by a bear.
Bears were one of my biggest fears. Like when I was a kid.
Yeah, they're crazy.
You watch the Discovery Channel for a little while, you know what I mean, and you just see.
There's video of this, right? Yeah. All right, go up a little bit though, because there was like. I feel like there was more than just like, number one, his girlfriend was like, I don't like bears, and I think you should stop hanging out with bears. And he was like, no. It's like, what is that conversation like when he's like,
stop hanging out with bears?
What are you talking about, babe? You talking about Billy and Tom? They're my friends.
They're my boys.
Yeah, he calls them. gonna go hang out.
We went fishing yesterday.
Yeah.
We had a good time.
You know that was his mentality though, when he was just like, she doesn't get it.
She doesn't get it. They love me. I'm part of them.
Because you have
I'm
to
part of them. It's a very arrogant human thing.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Like, obviously what happened to him was terrible.
Of course. Like, I wish he didn't get mauled by a bear.
But it's a little
you know how it probably doesn't happen? If you don't hang out with bears. Yeah, it doesn't happen.
Why did he die? Well, he hung out with bears all the time.
He chilled with bears.
That's like when you hear about it's like he got mauled by a lion. It's like, okay, he was chilling in the Serengeti.
Right. Right. Like, yeah, if you're one of those super like animal lovers who thinks that like they're always just gonna be your friend,
that you have powers,
like,
that you're the forest wizard
thing to think that you should just be mingling with these animals, just as much as it's an arrogant thing of some prize, trophy guy who wants to go shoot a lion in the face.
Yeah, of course.
It's an arrogant thing for him to just be like, I'm rich enough to go to fucking Africa and have some tour guide bring me to a lion and I'm gonna shoot it with a fucking
You're not hunting
assault rifle.
Yeah. You're not really,
what I mean?
like, and I'm not like, listen, this is not like, but it's weird. You're not like going out there and you're like, I found the trap. Much respect if that's how you're doing it.
Right.
If you're going out there with like a 30-30 rifle and a piece of leather and a Bowie knife and just like touching grass and being like, and then you like face down the animal, like fucking like,
30
goes to
miles
the dark.
that way.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly. If you're actually like tracking a lion on foot, I hope you kill that thing. That's a fucking lot of effort. But if you're just being driven to where the lion is sitting, like,
right? Yeah, exactly.
Come on,
you're getting
dude.
driven to where the lion's sitting, and you're just killing it for no reason. Like in that moment, if the lion wins, if the lion somehow like your gun jams, and then the fucking lion mauls you, I'm team lion. At that point, like
I mean, at
like
that
a
point,
good underdog. Scrappy cat, you know what I mean? Like
I'm a cat guy. I'm not really a dog guy at the end of the day.
I like dogs, actually.
But bears, I like dogs. But,
I'm a fan of dogs.
At the end of the day,
if you're one of those idiots that thinks that like you should just be able to interact with this type of wildlife and it's not a problem because I'm just
it goes wrong every time.
Yeah, it's not smart.
Siegfried and Roy with the tigers are fucking insane.
Yeah,
tigers are insane.
Like the Tiger King, like he kind of got what he deserved. You know what I mean?
Oh, he's kind of a piece of shit, right?
Yeah.
Probably one of my favorite individuals to ever exist, though.
He's lucky he didn't get completely mauled to death by a tiger, but he probably should have.
Did he get actually? No, that's right. He was shooting the thing, and then he that's right.
He definitely got bit a couple of times.
Oh my god!
The one guy loses a limb.
One person was like, "I got my arm bit off here. I love this job."
Yeah.
Do you?
Do you really?
Do you love this job?
That's what he's like. I'm never gonna financially
That's what you said after the Super Bowl. After you lost all your money.
Yeah, when I lost all my money, I'm never gonna financially recover.
You're just
from this.
sitting there like there is no justice in the
There's
world.
no justice. I think I usually say there's no God.
I'd rather be mauled by a bear than have to go through this.
Right. Instead of watching Patrick Mahomes destroy my soul.
Do you want to hear one of the craziest, real, true, crazy bear attack stories?
Go ahead. What you got?
Chris, can you look up, I'm trying to, Sankbetus. Sankbetsu Brown Bear incident.
Oh, shit. Brown bears are no joke.
Brown bears are insane.
I mean, right. I think we...
Yeah, there it is.
Okay,
so check this shit out. This is one of the craziest fucking animal attack stories ever. It happened in I know this story verbatim at this point. I've read about this shit so much. So in 1915, there's a special name for this bear. It's a subspecies of the brown bear, and it's basically because it's subspecies and because of the size of it and because technically the polar bear is the largest bear, but it's like a marine mammal. So the largest on ground animal is this bear, this subspecies of bear.
Okay.
This particular bear that this story is about was something like 12 feet tall and 750 fucking pounds. This is why bears are fucking crazy.
Right.
So what happened was this particular bear woke up early from hibernation. And
probably so.
When that happens, they have to go eat. They woke up, so it wandered into a farm area, and started breaking into where he was keeping all the dry goods with his farmer, and then the farmer came out and heard the horses or something, and then went out and scared it away, and the bear. What a bear usually does is actually run away, but it hesitated or whatever, which is a weird thing for a bear to do.
Right.
And then it came back 2 more times and tried to get the food, but the guy kept scaring it off, and then 10 days after the last time it was there, he leaves his house, right? And he's with like and he had told like hunters beforehand, and like they tried to hunt it, but they shot it once like beforehand, but it like ran away, and like it did nothing to it because they said like the tracks were so consistent. They had tracked it, and they said like we shot it, but the tracks were so consistent, we don't know if we really heard it that much because it didn't stop to rest or anything. So they're like, listen, they went to the family. The hunters leave, and the hunters go to the family that hired them. Like, listen, so this, look, there's a statue of it. This is crazy. He basically like the hunters were like, listen, it's fine. We shot it. It's also out of hibernation. It most likely won't survive the summer, and at the very least, it's not going to come around humans anymore.
Okay.
But what happened? This fucking bear comes back, and so the husband. It's his husband in this house. The husband, a wife, and a kid, like a baby. This bear of the house. It broke through the fucking wall, and fucking murdered the infant in this crib. Like just bit down in the crib. And then like attacked this lady and like fucking like you can apparently from like there's documents of this because it was like Imperial guards were sent out to try to kill this fucking thing. This is all documented. And it killed this family. The guy comes home, finds his family murdered, runs to the next homestead with these two guys, these two like matriarchs of the family, whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
These two older Japanese gentlemen, and like says what's happened. He's so distraught. And like somehow through conversation they say that listen, there's a lot of bureaucracy at that time in Japan, apparently. Like, when people die, you have to go and fill out a lot of paperwork and everything to make sure that they're buried. So, they offered to do all this paperwork for him.
Yeah.
This bear killed him. Like, so they end up going into the next, the main town and everything and sending all these guards to come kill the bear. And they're like away in town. And in the meantime, they had gathered all their family in like one house. They send all these guards down there to hunt this bear. They try to track it. They have several failures. They try to trap it in a kill box. That's unsuccessful. And they decide that, all right, maybe our problem is numbers. And they've got all these people guarding the house, and they take all the guards, like 50 guards, and 50 Imperial guards, and they said, we're going to all track this bear, and we're going to try to kill it, because they shoot it like 3 more times, and they're trying to track it. So I think they're trying to, so all the guards go away, and this house is left by itself. This bear... this is the stupidest thing ever. As they're tracking it, they realize they've been following the tracks in the wrong direction. The bear came back. There's 10 women, children, and young men in this house. He annihilates them all. 12-foot brown bear. And now, eventually, they kill the fucking thing. Yeah, look, it's all tracked. This is all. Yeah, saw something in the shadows of it. This brown bears are fucking nuts. And it was shot like they shot this thing like 15 fucking times.
Oh my god.
It's the craziest. Look up. It's called the Sankbetsu Brown Bear attack. And it's considered, these bears are like, and like just for sake, you can look it up. I think they found a bear that was actually larger than this and heavier. Like in in the 70s. So yeah, bears are fucking nuts, dude.
Dude, they're
fucking nuts. This is all I've been like looking up and reading.
Menaces to society.
Yeah, it's crazy. People are always like, I'm friends. That's what you're right. Like, I'm friends with the animals. You're not friends with these animals.
They don't want to be our friends.
It's like Grizzly Man. It's like, no, you don't understand. Honey, you don't understand.
Get away.
It's so funny to be.
Right, yeah.
My wife's talking. So I'm going to go hang out with Tom and Bill.
These bears understand me. Yeah. They know what I'm about.
What's that?
Over 6 days.
Over 6 days, yeah.
6 days.
Yeah, there's the hunter that they met too. Yeah. So this hunter claimed, there's like a weird mythology to this because bears are like weirdly. So this hunter had claimed that he had tried to kill this particular bear who had killed like 2 women like beforehand.
Wow.
Or something like that. 120 bears. He retired and constructed the Bear Harm Centrifuge, a shrine where people can pray for the dead villagers. It's crazy to me how like things that we don't have to worry about now as a modern society.
Yeah.
Do you remember when like animals like that were like a problem on a daily basis for people?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
In some parts of the country, it still is. Yeah, they made 2 movies about it and a fucking...
I was just going to say, this it feels like a movie.
They definitely made a movie.
It feels like it should.
There's a stage performance of it?
Yellow Fangs.
Yeah, Yellow Fangs is the movie. I've watched it. It's garbage.
That sucks.
Well, it's just like really cheaply made.
We need someone good to make the bear.
Yeah, there's a bunch of other ones. The Sloth Bear of Misour. You want to see something terrifying? Click on that.
The Sloth Bear of Misour.
This thing. Look up a sloth bear. Just look up a picture of a sloth bear for me.
Indian.
This is what we're doing. We're drinking beers, talking about. But look up sloth bear attack. Look at this thing, how terrifying this thing is.
A sloth bear.
Yeah, it's like all scratchy attack. It's got like, look at that fucking insane face. Look what they can do to people.
Dude. Damn.
Yeah, it looks like Winnie the Pooh. That thing. So they're not necessarily aggressive bears. So there's a real story of this thing. We don't have to watch a video of oh man. Of course the camera's just gonna fall because this thing jumps at you like a fucking gremlin. So sloth bear, there was a sloth bear attack. And
shit! It's in the back of the truck.
Yeah. I don't give a fuck.
Oh, and it's probably fast as fucking lightning.
Yeah, they lunge. So they like jump and like swat at they're like chimpanzees. How they go for like the face and shit like that.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, jump to the truck. You can't really see it. So like there was a series of attacks that had happened with this thing outside of like some village in wherever they're indigenous. I don't know where they're indigenous from. I feel like India is the place they're indigenous from. But so there was a series of it, like this one like Misour bear, like there used to be dudes that they would call in. This is crazy, the stuff that I've read about. There used to be like hunters that were proficient in hunting man-eaters. And you would call these fucking people in, and you would be like, yeah, look at that thing. That thing's deranged looking.
Yeah, dude, those claws, it's just
you can see, like, if that thing swatted at your fucking face, it's taking off your fucking nose.
Right. And it's
crazy.
And it's probably fast as fuck. And it's gigantic.
You can tell. It's wiry.
Yeah.
You know?
Right, like, they're big, but they're still...
And animals learn shit, too. There's a tiger, I think it's in India. There's a famous tiger in India that was like a known man who killed like 200 civilians.
Okay.
The tiger had found out. This is a crazy fact. It had found out that, like, essentially what they found out after they killed it is that a hunter had like shot it and it chipped a tooth, so it couldn't hunt its regular prey because of that. I don't know exactly how that works. The tiger of what? What is it from? Is this just tiger attacks and this? The famous one is like, it was like a Bengal tiger. I can't remember. It's like paw something. I'm not good at pronouncing any of these towns. Please
famous Bengal, Chris Collinsworth.
Famous Bengal, Chris Collinsworth.
Sorry.
So this tiger basically figured out that it would attack groups of people. It wouldn't attack the whole group. It found out that if it attacked one person like really brutally, everybody would run away, and he could just drag the body back into the.
And then you can get the one.
So this, and there's like, there's crazy stories. That's what I mean. Hunters that like. I like looked at the grass and I saw I tracked it for 4 days. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
That's the kind of people they were calling in.
Right. It shit over here. That means it went that way.
I'm so happy that happened.
It went due east.
Yeah, this is jobs you can't get anymore. You can't just be like a hunter used to be like a job that you could have. You could live off being just like a big game hunter.
You know, I mean, I know a dude that does a lot of hunting, and he does get paid because he gets paid by like out east villages because like there's too many deer.
Oh, he's like that, yeah.
Yeah, so he goes out there and
but no one's there's
bow hunts deer.
But no one's calling this man to be like one of the deer has gone rogue.
No, definitely not. No, he's out there
killer deer.
Right, he's out there chilling. He's got like a GoPro set up and a little thing. Whatever, you know what I mean? Like he's
just sitting in a tree waiting for deer to show up.
Yeah, exactly. He's fine. Like he's nothing bad's ever gonna happen to him.
That's what I mean. There's never gonna be.
I think the worst that is you got a tick once. You know what I mean? Like that's the worst.
Yeah, no one. Like,
but if you're hunting bears, like if you're going after bears, like you're going after
a predator.
Right, you're going after something formidable that could fuck you up. Like if you don't get the shot right, you're getting fucking lit up.
There's like it's just one of those things where like I'll watch videos of these motherfuckers, and I'm like, that's terrifying. Like, look at it stand up.
Yeah,
look how much bigger it is now. Like
yeah, I'm good, dude.
Look at this thing. Like, people are like, oh, I'm gonna go bear hunting. I'm like, I'll play Cabela's with you in the bar.
Yeah, I'm not.
You know,
I'm not
like
going
I'll do that.
Hunting.
I'm not going bear hunting. Are you fucking insane?
Yeah, exactly. What world are you living in?
Because even like the tigers, I don't think that you can go like tiger or lion hunting anymore. Like not legally.
No, not legally. I mean, maybe somewhere in like I think like Africa or
only if
you're
shit. Cool.
Yeah, only if you got lots of money.
But like that used to be a thing with lions, where like that's because they were building railroads. That's where the Ghost in the Darkness, the Savo.
Yeah, I remember that movie
because that was like a constant threat they held, where it was like, what do we need? All right, you need to hire people who can, we need carpenters, a couple people who are metal workers, and like 5 hunters. Why? Yeah. Well, lions are everywhere. Like,
right. They might try to come kill us.
That's like a job that you had to get that was a low-level job.
Right.
Might be lions on this job.
Yeah.
Could you imagine getting a job at the pizza shop and being like, hey, there's lions.
When you take deliveries, there's just a roaming pack of lions.
Well, maybe in Florida.
Yeah.
I had to ask that. My sister moved down to Jupiter, Florida. I'm like, are there panthers down there? Like everyone says. You know, because shit just ends up in your backyard in Florida.
Oh, yeah. No, definitely. Like certain parts of the country, you don't even realize, like, as we're spoiled on Long Island. Because, right, like, a deer is going to walk into our backyard. Like, that's the worst that's going to happen.
I have turkeys in my backyard. That's the worst it gets.
Maybe a couple of bats over your pool in the summertime, you know?
Yeah, pretty much.
But, like, certain parts of the country, like, all of a sudden, it's like, you have a bear. Or you have, like, some sort of fucking poisonous snake.
Yeah.
Or like, you know.
My buddy lives in Georgia, and there was, like, a diamondback rattlesnake in his back. Or some fucking poisonous snake. And I was just like,
what?
I go, what? I thought you moved down there because it was better. Like,
I mean, dude, out of my Airbnb, when I went to Vegas for that bachelor party, we were walking up to the front door, and there was a fucking scorpion.
Scorpion?
A scorpion. They have scorpions out there.
They just have scorpions? Oh, it's a desert. Of course they do.
Yeah. There's just scorpions just chilling. Like, and it's like, you got to watch where you step.
It's a wild-looking fucking insect.
Oh, dude.
It's a fucking land crab.
When I saw it, I was like, what the fuck? Like,
how big was it?
They're pretty tiny, which is actually the part that's scarier, because it's like,
I heard the tiny ones are the ones you have to be afraid of.
Yes. Yeah. Yes, you do. Yes, because they'll sting you and it'll fucking hurt like a motherfucker.
God, did you get stung by a fucking scorpion?
No.
No, I did not. I ran like a child.
I pushed people out of the way.
I wanted to gamble. That's
I was just stands in my way out of there, like, you know, pushing the kids out of the way when the house is on fire. When people saw a scorpion, I was gone.
I love this conversation into the animal kingdom with you. If anybody, if any two men should be talking about the dangers of hunting and the facts of animals, it's me and you.
Right.
We're fucking. Give me a beer, by the way. Let me. We're having Miller Lights on a fucking, what is it, Sunday?
Yeah. It's a Sunday evening.
There's a clip I want to show you. We'll change gears again for the 5th time.
Yeah, go for it.
ADD, the podcast.
That's what we do.
I told you about can you bring up the gathering of the 34? What does that mean?
That's where we're at.
Oh, okay. Yeah, bring up the gathering of the Juggalos. You ever seen this shit?
No, you were talking about this.
Gathering of the Juggalos.
The gathering of the...
American Juggalo. It's called American Juggalo.
Okay. And it's something about ICP?
Yeah, it's one of the greatest clips in the world.
American Juggalo.
Scroll down, Chris. There's this guy just went... He went to the Gathering of the Juggalos, which, if you don't know, is a festival for Insane Clown Posse. It's arguably one of the most notorious music festivals in the world and one of the most famous. And there's a clip of a dude... All right, type in gathering American Juggalo fat guy.
American Juggalo fat guy. Is that him?
Oh, where the fuck is it?
Stupid, fat, drunk, smelly guy. That's 3 hours.
3-hour video.
That's just.
It's just them. He just follows this one guy. Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, something about taking a shit.
This is all right. This is better, actually.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck was that? I feel like I need this.
Really, or you can pull up any interview of any guy from Gathering of the Juggalos.
These people are definitely.
Listen to this.
Oh,
just listen.
Yeah, it's on mute again. Oh my, ew. That really, ew.
It's just like there's a.
Ew, dude, what the fuck's wrong with these people?
What? It's a wild thing.
Yeah.
You ever heard this? There was a story. What was that girl's name?
Oh,
there was that Asian girl who had her own reality show at one point, and she had performed there. She was like a rapper.
Tila Tequila.
Yeah, that's exactly who it was. And like she had got like they threw like
not that I know anything about Tila Tequila.
We've all watched her porn. It's fine.
Naturally. Anyway, go ahead.
But she was like performed at the gathering of the Juggalos, and she fucking got like shit thrown at her, and so they like went to the porta potties and like grabbed shit and started throwing like shit at the stage and everything. There's a million stories like about the like Big J Okerson, the comedian, right?
Yeah. Of course.
Big J Okerson, he had performed there a couple times. And like he said there was so the dude that does the comedy show, it was like he's called Upchuck the Clown. And my favorite story I ever heard about that is I was listening, I think they told it on the bonfire where he said he's like he just looked up Upchuck.
Upchuck?
Yeah, that's it. That's him, Upchuck the Clown. So Upchuck the Clown, he said was like, I'm going to go out there and do like 15. Yeah. You do 20. He says he goes out there for 3 minutes, comes back on and says, all right, man, you're up. And he goes, well, I'm not going out there. Yeah. You said you do 15 and came out at 3.
Yeah.
Because apparently the crowd is just brutal and everything. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
I mean, it is like most music festivals. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
They're a drug fest.
Yeah.
And I'm not just talking about this one. I don't know why this one gets attacked and every other music festival gets a pass. Like, everybody's sucking down nitrous.
I mean, dude,
at
Coachella. You ever watch those Woodstock 99?
Dude, Woodstock 99 is my favorite series of documentaries to watch of all time.
Yeah.
Have you seen all of them?
Yeah, I watched. Yeah, I watched them.
Watch American Juggalo. It's literally like 20 minutes on like YouTube. But like... the Woodstock 99 one is great. I've watched so many different, like, sort of like the Pulp Fiction of thing, the Netflix one, and there was one before that.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like, it was told, everybody was just boozed up, drugged up, and
everybody's like, they were like, it was the aggressive males. And I'm like, what did you think was going to happen?
Yeah.
When you got a bunch of people in a fucking lot with, like, Metallica and Limp Bizkit at the height of their power. Korn at like arguably the most influential era.
Yeah.
What did you think was going to happen when you just feed these people fucking booze and drugs for like that's essentially what it was. Like,
not to mention they're charging.
It's not this. Also, it's not the same.
They were like charging like $10 for a bottle of water.
Yeah, exactly.
So it was actually like it became cheaper to drink beer.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like
beer was only like $4.
Whatever. Yeah, whatever it was. It was like like beer was cheaper, or it was like they just had more access to it. Like it was probably some people are dropping from dehydration because they're just drinking booze all day.
Yeah, exactly. It was a 3-day. What did you think was going to happen? It was in the middle of a tarmac.
Yeah, it was just like a really poorly set up.
That DMX performance is insane. I know they were like, it was so insane. I'm like, it was crazy. He got the whole crowd to say the N-word. I'm like, that's what DMX could do to a crowd of white people. Yes. Like that's how much power DMX had.
Yeah, that power.
But like, yeah, of course it was a drug. But most music festivals, everybody I know, there's like, I went to Coachella. I'm like, what'd you do? It's like, I dropped acid and got finger banged in a fucking, you know what I mean? I'm like, that just sounds like every music festival.
No, yeah, I had friends that were really into the festival thing for a while, and they tried to get me to like, dude, we're gonna camp out in a tent.
That sounds like shit.
We'll be out there for like 3 nights. We're gonna just fucking get fucked up. I'm like, yeah, I think I'm good on that.
That sounds awful.
Sounds terrible. Like
anytime there's like we're gonna camp,
right? Yeah,
I'm like, no,
I'm exactly.
not camping.
I'm not camping either.
Yeah,
right.
we're not doing that. You getting an RV? No, you're not doing that.
Right, exactly. Like we're gonna camp. Get me air conditioning.
This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna camp in a muddy field. That's what Woodstock 9 was. It was like we're gonna camp in a muddy field.
Yeah,
and then after Joan overdoses at fucking 10 o'clock, we're gonna watch Korn, which should be sweet.
Right.
Nothing about that sounds appealing to me.
No, it sounds horrible.
And I have so many friends that are like, I had a lot of friends that were into like the EDM phase. Like,
that's as I had a couple of friends that were into that stuff.
I went to one like EDM show.
I never understood it, and I have no interest.
Listen, whatever you're into, I think.
Sure, I'm not trying to be
it's not for me though.
It's not for me.
It's not for me.
There's no air conditioning. Like, right, I need to be able to like. You never know when a shit's gonna come. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to like. How do you shit when you're at those festivals?
There's just like a row of
what I mean? Like,
no, it's just a row of porta potties, and like they're never enough.
Yeah,
because they're like,
and they're all just horrific.
Yeah, like, they're all horrific. And like 5 of them are closed down because they're fucking full.
Yeah, no one's cleaning these things on a regular basis.
Not today.
Like day 3, It's like if you ever been to a Monday night football game after the other team had a home game, like so if like you're a Giants fan that went to a Monday night game after the Jets had a home game on Sunday, watch out because you know what I mean. Because those porta potties are gross.
Yeah, I'm sure, dude.
And it works both ways. Like I went to a Monday night Jet game and the Giants had a home game the night before, and it was like when you look like they did not clean those things. And that's a one-day thing.
Yeah, it's a one-day thing. Yeah,
that's a one-day.
You think for a 3-day festival?
Right. By the next week's games, they'll be clean. But, right, for a 3-day festival, 3 days straight, oh, God.
No, absolutely not. That's why everybody's like, I can't believe this happened. I'm like, you can't?
Yeah.
You don't understand why this happened?
Right.
It's like, it worked so well in the 60s. And I'm like, come on, man. Like,
yeah.
You had fucking, like, Jimi Hendrix going out there and playing the Star Spangled Banner and shit, and fucking like Janis Joplin. That was Peace and Love. Like,
weren't the Hell's Angels hired to be?
So that was a. Were they? But that was the Rolling Stone. Were Hell's Angels hired for security in?
Yeah.
What's the original Woodstock? The first Woodstock?
I thought so. Maybe
no, it was the Altamont Free Concert. This is the famous one where they killed the guy, allegedly.
I mean, probably shame
I've met some
on
Hells
them.
Angels. They're all cool guys.
You know what? I don't really know many
the Jefferson
bikers.
Airplane-centered narrative. According to Jefferson Airplane, Spencer Dryden, the idea for the kind of Woodstock West began when he and a bandmate discussed the staging of the free concert with the Grateful Dead and Rolling. Oh, so I didn't know this was a festival. I thought it was a Stones cover. Referring to the Stones, Dryden said, next to the Beatles, they were the biggest rock band, blah, blah. As plans were being finalized, Jefferson Airplane were on the road, and by early December, they were in Florida, believing the concert plans for the Golden Gate Park were proceeding, but by December 4th, the plans had broken down. I did not know any of this. And Paul Cantor's account, because the city police departments were unhelpful, innate conflict between the hippies of Haight-Ashbury and the police was manifested in obstructiveness. Sonoma Raceway was then the venue, but the owners wanted $100,000 in escrow from the Rolling Stones. At the last moment, Dick Carter offered the Altamont Speedway in eastern Alameda County for the festival. Jefferson Airplane flew out of Miami on December 5th. Cantor said the location was taken in spirit of desperation. There was no way to control it. So they just... According to Grace Slick, the vibes were bad. Something was very peculiar, not particularly bad, just peculiar. It was a kind of hazy, abrasive, and unsure day. This is not really a view. This is just somebody being like, I had a bad vibe.
This isn't.
This is not like the Grizzly Man's girlfriend being like, hey,
Angels, can we get to the Hells Angels murdering
by some accounts,
people?
the Hells Angels were hired as security by the management of the Rolling Stones on the recommendation of the Grateful Dead and Jefferson Airplane, who had both previously used the Angels for security. Oh, so they'd used them before without incident. For $500 worth of beer. Oh, man. What a time to be alive.
That's all you
Not even $500. $500 worth of beer.
That's all you had to pay them.
Oh, that's a great fucking deal. The story has been denied by some parties who were directly involved. According to the road manager of the Rolling Stones in the 69 U.S. tour, Sam Cutler, the only agreement there ever was, the Angels would make sure nobody tampered with the generators. But that was the extent of it. But there was no way they were going to be the police force or anything like that. That's all. This guy's English. That's all bollocks. The deal was made at the meeting, including Cutler, Grateful Dead manager Rock Scully, that's stupid, and Pete Cannell and members of the Hells Angels San Francisco chapter. So this is basically like, here's what happened.
We like beer.
So after that, this is what happened. Everybody was on drugs or drunk.
Right.
And nobody remembered what was agreed upon.
Right.
That's exactly what happened with this.
I just like this. When Calder asked how they would be paid, William replied, "We like beer."
It's kind of badass, you got to admit.
Yeah,
right? It's kind of like, what's up, Rolling Stones? We don't want any of your money. Just buy us $500 of beer.
$500 worth of beer, and then we'll just sell drugs to your audience. And then that's how we'll really make our money. We'll just be selling coke.
When Cutler asked how they would like to be paid, yeah, that's right. 2009, Cutler explained his decision to use the Angels. I was talking to them because I was interested in the security of my band. Everyone's security. For that matter, see, everybody's going to deny all this. Yeah. Everybody was drunk and on drugs, and then everybody forgot. They were like, you have to look after the generators. Like, make sure everything's cool. It's like, should we be out front with the band? It's like, they said make sure everything's cool, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's all this was. God, yes. This is one of the most famous incidents in the history of music.
Grateful
though.
Dead said if the Hell's Angel, the crowd would have easily passed out. Rolled down.
Wait, what is he saying? The crowd would have easily passed out and they rolled down. Oh, because it was on. This is the problem with these shows, though. This is why this shit happens.
Yeah.
Because they do these venues and they're like, let's do it on the middle of a tarmac where there's no shade.
Right.
Where there's no, it's going to be hotter because of it's going to heat the floor up. You know what I mean? And then, oh man, like, because sometimes they're like, they don't think any of that through. They think, oh, we can play music here.
Right, yeah,
But they don't think that's like, hey.
It's big enough to keep the people, bring the people in, but it's not like conducive enough to like keep these people 100%, alive.
Right? Am I wrong to assume that? Like, that's what Woodstock 91 was on, like a fucking, like a tarmac or some shit.
I mean, nothing. What was the Fly Festival? The Fry Festival?
That's one of the best fucking
where it, like they
documentaries ever.
They just left them on an island.
No, they were just like. That was one of the. You looking at Firefest now?
Yeah, was that Fire Festival? That was what it was.
Yeah, this is one of the most famous. Yeah, and they're bringing it back.
Yeah, Ja Rule was involved. It was supposed to be like
Blink. The event was promoted by Instagram, by social media.
Yeah, Blink 182 was supposed to like headline. I'm pretty sure.
But like, there was weird. There was like, I can't remember exactly. I'd have to rewatch the documentary. It's not fresh in my brain. But there was like, they had never been. The bands had never really been paid,
right?
Or there was something like, we're not showing. There was like the dude at the head of it basically just said they were going to show up. Right. And like never really followed through. The best part of that documentary is he said in the midst of the chaos he would just go off and ride on an ATV around the island, which is just like a great thing to be like. Yeah, I got to get away and just like drive while listening to like Eye of the Tiger through like a beach and then being like, all right, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna call Ja Rule. We're gonna figure this whole thing out. I wanted this to be an yeah. So here's the thing. He got Ja Rule involved. And they advertised it like, they got all these rich fucks to fucking like come out and fly, and like, all the kids that were like,
oh man,
because they had like these tents,
right?
And but it was like you could get, and they were like, no, this is the thing. This is why you and I were like a little bit ahead of the curve with this shit. We'd be like, oh, what's this music festival like? Oh, they give us these really cool tents that have like a radio inside of it. Nah, fuck that. I'm not going. I'm not going to your weird. And you looked at it, and it was just like. It was just like a shell tent with like one mattress inside of it.
Yeah, like they didn't like. I thought they even told them too that they were like going to be like hotels or something, like somewhere reasonable.
Yeah, they basically, but he like didn't buy this island. It was like the idea was like really innovative for what it was. Like it was a great, and honestly, when you look on paper, it's a great way to make money. You're taking advantage of like, quite frankly, all these rich fucking at the time kids because we were. What year was this, Chris? 2003, 2017. It was 2017.
Yeah, no, it was more recent.
But it was still a couple. So I remember hearing about this because the way I found out about this is all the Instagram posts blew up. They were taking pictures.
Yeah. People that were there were like,
they had paid an obscene amount of money, and they were like, and I was just like, oh, this isn't going to work out.
Yeah, this is.
Some lady had like a sandwich, and it was just like lettuce and tomato and cheese on like a bread. Like this is the elite lunch, and I'm like, I mean, come on, you kind of knew this was coming. I'm like, come on, this is why you shouldn't just like say yes to some of these weird ass festivals, man.
Concerts should be a one night thing.
But this isn't new, too. I mean, I'm sure there's several other. Great, I just picked my nose on camera. I'm sure there's several other. Are there any other examples of like concerts like this that were like turned out to be scams? This is the most famous.
No, I mean,
but like anybody with enough money can say they're throwing a fucking festival.
Oh yeah, I mean, you're never gonna stop people because it's a crowdsourcing thing where you're gonna get all that money coming in.
Ended up being scams. Here we go. Fire being the most famous. Is there like a list?
I'm sure there's more.
Is this a video? Yeah. Oh god damn it! Just give me a list. Wait, is this it? What's this? No, this is Loudwire. Loudwire is pretty reliable.
Nah. I mean,
it's mainly just Fire Festival.
It's gonna be Fire Festival.
But like anybody can say with like enough money and enough to hire Ja Rule for a day. Be on like, hey, I'm doing a concert.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
it's
like comedy. There's a million producers out there. They don't really. They only care about making money.
That's 100% the truth. Yeah, they are not in it for the love of the game.
No, I mean, I'm sure he liked Blink-182, but I'm not enough to get them to be at the concert.
Yeah, like exactly. And like maybe he got them to like I think what might have happened too with that was like Blink was like heard what was happening. They're like, yeah, we're not fucking going there, dude.
Well, yeah, because they didn't put any effort into like the housing thing. They're just like, it was literally an example of like, we'll figure all, you know what, big picture right now, guys. Yeah. Big picture. We'll figure all the little stuff out later. And then like 3 days beforehand, they're like, you haven't figured any of the little stuff out yet.
Oh no, we didn't.
No, not at all.
We did nothing. Right, exactly.
What are we at, Chris? Super Bowl animals. Oh, we're at 54?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you all about Mafia stuff, but we could probably wrap up. All
right.
You got any shows you want to plug?
Yeah. What do I got? This coming...
Don't do it. If it's this week, this won't be out for a couple weeks.
All right. Well...
What do you got in March?
Oh, yeah. Actually, I have 3 in a row in March.
Oh, yeah. Really? When? Go ahead.
So March 14th, I'm at the Necromantic Brewery or whatever it's called in Farmingdale.
With Rocco Perillo?
Rocco Perillo. Steve Rocco, I believe he goes by these days.
Yeah, he does. He's going to yell at me
but yes, he's going to. But he's doing a show there March 14th, Farmingdale. Then March 15th, I'm doing Kelpie's spot, headlining. Squarehead Brewery, March 15th. And then the big one is March 16th. I'm headlining at McGuire's. Joe will be hosting.
That's right. March 16th.
March 16th. Buy tickets to that. Definitely. The
day before that, I'll be at Sticks and Stones Comedy Club. I want to plug the shit out of this. We're doing the Long Island the Hamptons Comedy Festival, which is a series of short films. Actually, I think our mutual friend Jack Adam is going to be in it. Nice. Short and everything. And then after that, they're going to do a show. It's sort of an early St. Patrick's Day show. So that's out in Sticks and Stones Comedy Club out in Southampton. Go on the website, sticksandstonescomedyclub.com for all those for ticket information. Check it out. It's going to be great. I don't know who's headlining, but I know it's going to be a lot of great comedians. The last couple shows have been fucking great. You were on one of the showcases I did?
Yeah, dude. It was good. Good time, man.
Yeah, man.
It's nice out there. I like it.
It's good. It's a good venue. Anything else that you need to plug?
No, that's really it, man.
All right. Thanks for coming and talking bullshit with me.
Dude, fuck yeah.
Just needed content. This will probably be out in a couple weeks, but I love you. Good. Thanks for coming down. Next time we're here, we'll talk about...
Always good to talk about bears attacking people and having a couple beers.
Dude, I didn't work on any, like, I just watched bear videos, and then I was just like, guess I'm talking about bear stuff with Mike today.
I'll talk bears.
We talked bear stuff. This is a good gambit. We talked bear stuff. Yeah. We talked the Super Bowl, and we also talked festivals.
Yes. I guess I'd rather get attacked by a bear than be a fry.
I guess I'd rather, at the end of the day, I'd rather be attacked by a bear. So, all right, dude.
Swift death.
Appreciate you.
Yes. Cheers.
Thanks for the beers.
No problem, man.
And everybody keep sharing, and subscribing. Fucking every week we get a couple new subscribers, and I appreciate it. All I want to do is talk bullshit with people that I like, and you guys seem to like that. So I appreciate you all. Keep subscribing and liking and sharing all my shit.
Share the shit out of it.
Share the shit out of it. Yeah. All right. So we can be famous, kick back, and retire.
That's it.
Or just be moderately successful.
Right. I just want to be mild.
I'll take mediocrity at this point.
Yeah, exactly.
If I'm just mundane, I'll be happy.
A little mediocrity would be great.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
The Millennial Stoner outro song. Yeah, pack a bowl and sing along. Blah, la, blah, la, blah, la, 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 la. Ba, ba, blue sheep, ba, 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 ba. This is the favorite podcast of the Dalai Lama. The Dalai Lama's mother's name is Dalai Mama.